Dr. Gottlieb, did this CDC study put anything to rest for you?
Well, I think the best work is coming out of the states. And if you look at the study that came out of the state of Wisconsin and Illinois, where they looked at about 85 cases of people who became ill, about 80% of them, 87% of them were traced back to THC. The other 13% is unclear. Maybe they weren't aware that they used THC but were using it, or they just didn't admit to using THC. But it does appear to be THC vapes that are getting implicated in this, and it appears to be black market vapes. It appears to be bootleg vapes. And what's happening is it appears that the people who are developing these counterfeit vaping products and these bootleg vaping products are cutting them with oil to make them thicker. One of the things that people who buy marijuana oils look at is the viscosity of the liquid as a proxy for its potency. And so by putting oil thickeners in it, consumers are, misled to believe that it's more potent when in fact it has something dangerous in it.
But if a consumer does not purchase a product that is labeled dank vape, do they eliminate the risk entirely?
No, I don't think so. I think that this really exposes the problem with the marijuana law in this country. We have federal prohibition, and we have a patchwork of state laws and loose regulation. States argue that if you go into one of their legalized marijuana dispensaries, you're getting a legitimate product. Nobody knows for sure, and there's a lot of bootleg products coming onto the market. It's estimated that of the $50 billion cannabis market, only about 25% of it is legit being sold in these dispensaries. The rest is being sold illicitly. And a lot of those cartridges that people are buying to put in these vaping pens are what they're getting. They're getting bootleg counterfeit products that are being cut with dangerous substances. Another thing just to point out is that the activity, the fashion of vaping cannabis oils really took off this last year. And there were some national launches of hardware specifically for vaping CBD and THC. So with the growing popularity of vaping these liquids, we're starting to see these problems emerge.
Scott, I've been talking with folks in the cannabis space who kind of see these illnesses as a further rallying cry for why marijuana should be legalized on the federal level. If we saw that kind of oversight, I've been talking with folks who say that would help avoid these kind of black market products. Do you agree? Should it be legalized? Would that help solve this problem?
Well, I think we absolutely need a federal reckoning when it comes to marijuana in this country. I wouldn't go as far as to say it should be legalized. I think we need to crack down on these permissive state laws that have allowed rampant recreational use and really irresponsible use, especially by teenagers, while making it easier to study the potentially legitimate medical applications of cannabis. Right now, it's very hard to do legitimate scientific studies because it's a Schedule I compound. So I think we really need to have a federal reckoning. You're seeing states start to ban e-cigarettes, and don't get me wrong, the e-cigarettes have plenty of problems associated with them, primarily the epidemic of youth use of those products. But it doesn't appear to be the e-cigarettes implicated in these tragic cases. And so simply sweeping your state market of e-cigarettes isn't going to get at the underlying problem. But I think the states have a problem when it comes to marijuana law. They're reluctant to take action against marijuana in states that have legalized it because it's so politically popular.